Hey everybody, Hexa from the mall, and I have actually been asked by Sam over at Challenge and Chains to do a video basically on my experience in the one-shot group. I know I'm overdue for a video, and like I start my what do you call it, my channel, I do this introduction video, hey everybody, and then nothing. So I know I'm overdue for a video, and when Sam asked me to post this, I thought, you know, this is perfect. Well, it's a perfect subject only because I didn't have any ideas. So I have to admit, I'm not used to doing video logs or vlogs or blogs. I'm not a journaling type person, and I am certainly not someone who does video journaling. So you'll have to bear with me as I, learn how I'm going to do this, or, get used to this. So I actually have one really good reason why I haven't posted a video, and that's because I started a new job. So hooray, I'm employed now. And so I got busy with that, and also my roller derby league, we have really been ramping up, into the season. As you can tell, I'm trying to get used to holding this phone and then seeing everybody leave the office and like, oh my God, are they hearing me? Anyway, whatever. So my experience in the one-shot group, in the tabletop one-shot group, first of all, has been really great. So the impetus for this and for this video is, there's been a lot of new people that have joined the one-shot group, and just either been scared to jump in, or not sure what to do, or have not done anything like this before. I haven't done anything like this before either. The only online gaming I'd ever really did was World of Warcraft, and then a couple of other games, one-person shooters, or first-person shooters, sorry, and things like that. I had briefly heard about Roll20, but I never tried it, thinking that would be kind of weird, right? So you have a whole bunch of people, and there's a video, and you guys are talking, and you're doing your rolls. I don't know. It just didn't really fit with me. And then, and I explained in my introductory video how I found the one-shot group. Finding videos from folks who have done games on YouTube, and seeing how that worked out, I really liked that. And so that's why once I've found the Facebook group, which I will put in the comments. I see people doing this, referencing the comments, so I guess that's the thing to do. I will put a link to the Facebook group. You will have to have a Facebook account to get to it. And if you're watching this video from the one-shot group, hey, welcome. So my experience has been great. But then again, I'm actually someone who will, I'll just jump into something if I find something interesting. But by the same token, if it's like a group of people, or like a forum or something like that, I will hang back a little bit to observe, with what you call lurking, right? So I'll do that I'll lurk to observe just basically the group dynamics and see how everybody fits in, what's copacetic, what's not. But so once I started seeing how everybody was doing things, I jumped into the first game I could, and it was actually Sam's over at Chalice and Chains, And he, as I've mentioned, he was the first one to actually reach out to me, and I really appreciated that. But the one thing, so real quick, if you just joined and you have not gotten into a game in Google Hangouts, one of the things that will be done beforehand, you'll have a few minutes, anywhere from like 10, 15 minutes or whatever, depends on the group of people, right? Before going live, at which point YouTube will actually start recording the Hangout. You'll have, everybody will meet up. You'll either finalize your characters, you'll talk, you'll do something, right? So, so that's generally what goes on. And one of the really cool things is that Sam really reassured me, and that he would help me, especially because I was new to 5e. I had never played 5e. I had just gotten the book. I'm not someone that can remember stats all that much, but it was a very helpful game. And I don't, as I'm recording this, I don't know offhand what that game is. Once I figure, I'll look for it and I'll put it in the comments. But they're very helpful. And I think that one of the things that really helped was knowing that I wasn't going to be the only person like role playing, and I don't think I even really did do that much role playing in that game, if that makes sense. It's because I'm used to coming from like, oh, I hit the orc, with my 1d8 magic axe or whatever, and then you roll. But everybody there was actually pretty helpful, and they said that I did pretty good, which I liked it and I appreciated that. It encouraged me to come back and do another game. So I found another game, and I think it was a stereotypical Strider game. Yeah, it was in that one. I died. Now, he admits, and he'll talk about why he has what he considers hard encounters, and I'll let him talk about that. But I could be very, very competitive. So having a loss or a death of a character in a game, for me, was just kind of like I felt like I lost. I felt like I lost the game. But in reality, I really didn't. What I did was I took from that game and how to role play out my characters. Most importantly was how to role play a failing role, or what you can consider a failing role. Like, you attempt to do an attack, you missed the roll, you didn't do it, and how to role play that out. And so playing that game helped me to think about that, and what it is that I could do and bring to my next game. But like I said, so I'm not going to go through my whole history right now. I've played several other games, but the number one thing that I experienced was just encouragement and help. And I know that if you're shy, or you're kind of wondering like about other people, oh my goodness, the sun's coming through. I hate that thing. All right. So if you're like shy, or you might be a little bit bashful because it's going to be recorded and other people are going to get to see you, and it's going to be on YouTube for time immemorial, like your grandkids are going to be able to see it if you even have kids. But so what? You're there, you're having fun. And that was one of the things that I saw when I would watch games from the one-shot group. There were all these people who were, one, role-playing, which is something that I was looking for in a game, and two, they were having fun. And it was just having a blast. And it is a different, if you're used to playing a tabletop game around a table on top of it with a whole bunch of friends, it might seem different, and it might seem a little sterile to do it via Google Hangouts, or you're not there in person. It's okay. Just try it out, and you'll find that when you look. Well, what I do is I have two monitors, and I'll have my character sheet on one monitor, and I'll have on the other monitor the Google Hangout, and I can see the people that I'm playing with, and all I do is I focus on them. I think about what it is that my character is going to do, and go from that. And I find that I can lose myself in the game, in character, and just get into the game, for purposes of role play and getting into character, finding my motivation and whatnot. So, it's easy. I realize that it's easy for me to say just jump in, especially because I'm actually somebody that would do that. For example, one day I decided I was going to, I jokingly said, oh, I'll join the roller derby team. Find out 2 days later there's a tryout. And so the next day I had to go buy a pair of skates because I didn't even have my own skates. So I jumped in. By the way, I did not make the league that first tryout. I failed miserably. But the point is this, my experience has been that everybody has been really helpful, or everybody that I've played with has been really helpful, and everybody that I've met has been really helpful, and has been really great in, letting me make my mistakes and not beating me up for it. And by beating me up, I mean just teasing mercilessly. Although, don't ask me about the healer. Yeah, just don't. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. Get a chance to try different characters. I generally tend to stay with Dungeons and Dragons. To me, that's the grandpappy of them all, and I really liked it. Like it, and so I tend to stay with that particular game, and so I'll play that game. Of course, I'll play that game. What I mean is, I tend to stay in that system. I got distracted. Apologies. And so the really cool thing about the one-shot is, I know what I was going to say. I would always play a rogue because I always like the whole cloak and dagger thing. I like the sneaking around thing. I like the covert, activities and actions that you can take, with the rogue. But the one-shot group and playing in those games has actually allowed me to play other types of classes and other types of characters that I probably wouldn't pick if I were in a campaign. And so, for example, I played a paladin healer one time, and it was just a miserable character. It was probably the most broken character ever, and it just reminded me of why I don't play healers. So, and that was the second game that I was talking about earlier. But what I learned from that is how to role play out roles. And by roles I mean your dice rolls, your failures and your successes, and what to do with that. Fucking jump into a game. Just go for it. Look in the event tab. See who's got what coming up in the game system you want to play in that has a scenario that you might be interested in, or even not interested in, but although I know that sounds negative, but that has a time that will work for you. Just jump in. I mean, that's the only thing that I can say it. and that's the best way I can say that, or give my advice or suggestions. It's I've never been teased or made fun of with the way I've played. Like, you didn't use this spell right, or, you didn't do that correctly, or whatever. Within the game, one of the things I've noticed that a lot of the people in the one-shot group will do is like fun first, and then rules second, or story second, or whatever. And that is an allusion to Matt Click over at A Fistful of Dice. But so it's always fun first. It's always like, let's get this one shot going. Let's have fun. We'll worry about the mechanics. And a lot of times, if you play with experienced people, they already know what's going on, and you don't always have to be flipping through the book. So I've never been made fun of, or at least not to my face, or at least on the Facebook group, of how I played, or I didn't do something right, or that character class wouldn't have done that, or anything like that. And I have to admit that was actually part of my fear. I've had a lot of experience with rules lawyers, and they can get kind of annoying in that regard, and it kind of takes the fun away. But the people that I've played with, that I've met, I haven't experienced that at all. So look on YouTube. Everybody has a channel. Check out their games. See if you like their gaming style. And be on a constant watch out on Tabletop one-shot group to see when they post an event. And so that's what I do. And I think that over time you'll get invited back, or invited by other people to play. Just be open to have fun, be open to whatever would happen, and really just get over possibly being embarrassed. Get over, or rather, the possibility of get over being embarrassed. Unless you can find a game that's not going to be recorded, which I'm finding are very rare. It's going to be recorded. And, I personally can't go back right now at this stage. I cannot go back and watch myself, but I do know that if I ever want to, I can go back, look at those videos, see how I played, in order to help my role playing get better. So that's my experience with the one-shot group. My advice, my suggestions would be just jump the fuck in to the pool and get swimming, because there isn't any other way that you're going to get experience unless you actually play. So I guess my next challenge, and I do have a little bit of a fear of this, is being a GM for a game. And I want to, I even told some people I was going to do a game in August, and already it's going to be October. So, but then again, I did get busy. I got busy with a new job, end of season for Derby, and, just some other stuff that I've got going on. But once the season is over, I'll have more time, and I will make time. So I think that I need to just jump the fuck in and be a GM myself and try it. So, just try it out and play. If you GM'd before, try a game. And I've not had a bad experience. Now, I was talking about teasing earlier. I will say this. Sometimes you'll see me referencing, about healing, or I just won't heal, or, a couple other people, tease me about that. But it's only because it was a character that just, because the way the game played out, the character was a broken failure. So, that just happens with games. But it's not me that I'm being attacked, and I don't ever get that feeling. So feel comfortable. knowing that at this point, I don't think anybody will really, make any really harsh fun of you. And if they do, fuck them. Find other people, and to stick with people who build you up. Stick with people who build you up, and have fun. So it's been my experience. I hope to see you guys in the One Shot group, and I'll make it a challenge to get a game, a personal challenge for me to get a game out. Anyway, bye.